Some stories don't fade with the dawn. They linger in the silence, in the spaces between truth and terror, where even time holds its breath. Every story leaves a mark. When you think of Mount Everest, what comes to mind? The towering, snow-covered peaks, the breathtaking views above the clouds, or maybe the danger that lurks on its icy slopes? But few know about the most haunting part of all, a place called Rainbow Valley. It sounds beautiful, but this part of Everest holds a much darker story. The Rainbow Valley lies along the northeastern ridge of the mountain, nearly 8,000 meters above sea level, inside what's known as the Death Zone. Up here, oxygen is so thin that the human body slowly shuts down. Every step becomes a battle. Hypoxia, frostbite, exhaustion. These are constant companions for anyone daring to climb this high. It's a place where even the strongest climbers can lose their lives within minutes. So, why is it called Rainbow Valley? It's named after the bright colors of the climbers' jackets and the frozen bodies left behind, scattered across the slopes. Each one marks a moment when nature proved too powerful to overcome. Recovering these bodies is nearly impossible. The air is too thin for helicopters, the terrain too dangerous for rescue teams. Even moving a single body can be deadly. Many weigh over 300 pounds under their gear, and more than one climber has died trying to bring someone home. Today, it's estimated that over 200 climbers remain on Everest, their final resting place becoming part of the mountain itself. And among them are some of the most famous names in Everest's tragic history. There's Green Boots, believed to be Soren Paljor. He was part of an Indo-Tibetan border police team that climbed in 1996. He and two others pressed on toward the summit despite a violent blizzard. They never made it back. Paljor's body came to rest inside a small limestone cave near the path, his bright green coal-flack boots visible to every climber who passed. For years, he became an unintentional landmark, a silent warning in the snow. His remains were finally moved to a more discreet location in 2014, bringing a small measure of peace to his family. Then, there's Frances Arsentia, known by climbers as Sleeping Beauty. In 1998, Frances and her husband, Sergei, attempted something few had ever done, reaching the summit of Everest without supplemental oxygen. They succeeded, but the descent turned deadly. Frances became separated from Sergei in the freezing darkness, suffering from exhaustion and altitude sickness. Other climbers tried to save her, offering oxygen and warmth, but they were forced to leave her when the weather turned. Her final words were, "Don't leave me." Sergei died searching for her body. Her body was found the following year, still frozen where she had fallen, her pale face earning her the haunting name, Sleeping Beauty. It was during the Mallory and Irving research expedition of 1999 that her remains were discovered, a mission that, by chance, would also uncover another tragedy buried deep in Everest's history. Long before Frances and Sergei's fateful climb came George Mallory and Sandy Irving, two pioneers who set out in 1924 to reach the summit, decades before modern gear or oxygen systems. They disappeared high on the mountain, leaving behind one of mountaineering's greatest mysteries. Did they make it to the top before they died? Mallory's body was found during that same 1999 expedition, preserved in the ice, showing signs of a terrible fall. Rope injuries around his waist, wounds to his head. Irving was never found, though part of his boot and sock were discovered years later by filmmaker Jimmy Chin's team on the north side of Everest. Both men carried cameras, and Mallory had promised to leave a photo of his wife at the summit, but neither the photo nor the camera was ever recovered. And so, the mystery remains frozen with them somewhere near the top of the world. For all its beauty, Mount Everest is a place of unimaginable danger and sorrow. Rainbow Valley stands as a chilling reminder of the price some pay in pursuit of the impossible. So if you ever dream of standing on the world's highest peak, remember the colors of Rainbow Valley and the climbers who never came back down. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more stories just like this one. If you have a story of your own, you can send it to storiesotnight@gmail.com or share it over on the subreddit r/stories of the night. Your story might just be featured in a future video. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep your lights close. You never know what's waiting in the dark. This is Stories of the Night.